So this Oceangate scandal is just awful, right? We've all heard about it. But do you know they're getting sued right now on top of it all? I want to take a deeper look at the technical aspects and what they actually found and discovered in their patents. I'm JD Hoovener, owner and founder here at Bold Patents Law Firm. And I'm going to take a deep dive, no pun intended, into Oceangate Incorporated, based in Woodinville, Washington. Actually, hometown of where I'm at and where I'm from in Seattle. Go UW. I want to look at this inventor, this wild, unabashed, just pioneer, Mr. Stockton Rush. So little did you guys know, of course, the whole company's getting sued right now. This has been awful, fatalities, as you may know. This submarine went down to go try to gather information about the Titanic, 3,500 meters down to the bottom of the ocean to gather information, to explore and try to gather what happened to the Titanic. This wild inventor was just ignoring a lot of major concern from the scientific community about the structure and integrity of this submersible vessel. And, it unfortunately led to his death. But I wanted to talk about the patents. So there are 4 patents that Oceangate owns, that Stockton Rush was the inventor on, and he assigned to Oceangate. So let's go through those four patents and try to explore sort of this adventure, this discovery process that Oceangate had been on the past 10 years. And so going back to 2013, one of the earliest inventions that was filed, you can see here is one related to a platform. And you can see the pictures here. It's for a aquatic platform. I mean, this was a true vision to try to bring up chunks of the Titanic up out of the water using this, system of cables and platform in order to make it stable. So there's a second patent out there as well that was issued a few years later, where this inventor had actually not just found a way to have a platform that's able to be raised and lowered all the way from the ocean floor, but do so to where it's actually going to remain level. And he does that by having pressurized chambers and releasing of gas throughout the whole vessel. So it's a pressured platform, and it's controlled by these, I think it's under 300 psi pressure containers, so that it's able to maintain that exact attitude they need, so it doesn't fall off as it's raising and lowering. But the most interesting patent I want to look at today, this is the 4th patent. This was the latest one that they had issued. I think just issued to 2 years ago. This one is for monitoring composite structure of aquatic vessels. And as the news has come out over the past couple of weeks, there is evidence that there was an implosion. Okay, an implosion, as opposed to an explosion, is when there is so much pressure, like there is at the bottom of the ocean at that depth, that the vessel came in on itself. Right, it crushed. Now this patent, actually was intended to signal, to monitor the integrity of a composite structure in environments just like this. So it's in a wild way, the inventor knew or had discovered, already invented this way of monitoring and identifying when there was going to be a problem, when too much pressure, too much, you call it centrifugal, or whatever that force would be in that around that cylinder, to where the composite structure, right, a plastic structure, is not going to be able to hold. It's going to break. There's going to be some additional stretching or fatigue, whatever that failure mode might be. And so this claim here goes on to talk about this monitoring the integrity, this exact formula. You can see the mathematical equation. It is to me super sad that there was this massive discovery and this innovation, and yet there were some things that happened we don't all understand, may never know, as to what actually happened at the bottom of the ocean. There's so much pressure, right? In fact, I saw one article that said that there's as much pressure at that depth, at 3,500 meters, that it's like the Eiffel Tower. The weight of the Eiffel Tower is being pushed on that little tiny vessel. So incredible, highs and lows. I just wanted to highlight some of the inspiration, some of the innovations that Stockton Rush had put into the world, and that still obviously are part of the public domain and are going to go on. Whether Oceangate survives these lawsuits or not, I think it's incredible what this inventor has done. You can say what you want about whether it was way too risky, and certainly I think there's some merit there with respect to the other people's lives in that vessel. But I'll leave that to you to judge for yourself. So for Bold Patents here, I'm always inspiring innovation, no matter what situation it comes in. And so I want you to take away from this, not that it was a complete utter failure, but there are still some very amazing things that are going to carry on in Stockton Rush's legacy and Oceangate as well. All right, take care, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Go big, go bold.